Hello everybody, Dadas here and the Dadas Trading Workshop. Welcome to the next episode of Trade with Dadas. The morning session of today. Well, I gotta tell you that I messed it up. Well, maybe not totally, but yeah, that's one of the things. One of the major elements of the Dadas trading system is a list of don'ts. So in other words, when not to trade, right? And I went totally against. Let me explain. Well, first of all, I had a pretty shitty night, so I couldn't sleep well, some kind of indigestion problem or something like that. I couldn't sleep well. I kept on waking up all the time. So basically, today I'm not feeling very bright today. So yeah, I'm kind of dull. So yeah, and what I did, well, despite of that fact, right? Well, look at it. When you hover your mouse over this thing, it says here, check if your personal and market conditions are suitable for trading. Consider all the don'ts. If any don'ts, abandon trading. Yeah, well, okay, I didn't do that. First of all, I saw the situation here when I came to the chart. I saw a potential short situation, yeah, and I started checking the checklist, right? I started checking the checklist, and I checked. I was starting to check the mini charts, the M15 and H4, and obviously, well, at this moment there was a suggestion on the M15 that the price might be going to retest towards the moving average, so there was a possibility. However, there was absolutely nothing on the H4 here to tell me that the direction would change, right? Because the H4 didn't have in this area didn't have anything yet, any closed candles that would suggest the downwards trend or the possibility of retesting this moving average. So there still isn't anything here for the short. So that's why I just for this one element, the whole system simply is a no for making a transaction, right? And yeah, and there could have been yeah, and nevertheless, look, I made the trade, right? I took the trade right there, and the market went down to about 10 pips later on, right? About 10 pips. Well, still, I didn't take that because why? Because I was expecting something, right? Instead of looking at the conditions. The moment this red line was broken by some price, yeah, I should have been looking for an opportunity to get out of the trade, yeah. So as you see, the market, if we look at this level here, right there, the market gave me 1, 2, 3, 4, even well, at least four opportunities. The fourth one right here. 4 opportunities to get out at break even. I didn't take any of those opportunities, even though right here when we have the red line broken and the yellow line is now starting to slope in the upwards direction, I should be looking for an escape, right? Because I was trading this, right? I was basically trading this, so I was trading the possibility of the price retracing all the way down here even, right? And of course there is always such a possibility. However, the conditions of the market didn't the conditions of the market or in other words the price action here well, at least right after the next M15 candle, it already started suggesting that something is wrong here, yeah. Something is wrong, even though this is still not final. I mean, an engulfing pattern doesn't always mean that the price is going to go the other direction. No, absolutely not. But but that's an early signal, and I should have then watched the reaction of the price on that level. And I'll show you that. I'll show you on the M1 chart that let's wait for it to see it. On the M1 chart, you see the situation was right. Well, let's click the trades, right? You see the situation was right there. So I entered. Theoretically, I entered. If we look at the M1 chart, we had the crossing of those two lines, and and the right situation of these two lines. So my entry wasn't really bad, right? It wasn't really bad. It was even quite good. The only point is that the latest when I saw this green things, I should have been getting out of the trade absolutely at the best price possible. So you see that I had an opportunity to get out somewhere right here, only with a stop loss of about 3.3 pips, something like that. Okay, even if it was 5 pips stop loss, well, 5 pips stop loss wouldn't be 22 pips stop loss, right? So so that was my first mistake. Well, and then of course, as it usually happens in such situations, one mistake leads to another. Well, the other wasn't a mistake, but because when I saw what was going on, I simply re-entered long. And you see that the Dadas order tracer has an option where you can see the volume of the transaction. So you see that both of these transactions were made with the same volume. Now, why did I get out here? Because the first priority is the first and utmost priority is to compensate your loss and maybe make a little profit if possible, right? Well, of course, because then there will always be emotions. No matter what, you will always have some emotions, even if those emotions are not so strong as they used to be. A number of years ago, you're still going to have those emotions. Well, maybe not everyone, but most people. Yeah, most people. I can't say that I'm completely emotionless, especially when I don't feel too good, okay, or too well. Okay. Anyway, so you see, I could have waited a bit and got a better price. So if I had entered, well, even right here after the signal, right, I still would have had some 8, maybe 6 or 7 pips better. Okay, I would have had 30 pips right there instead of 23.5 or 23.6 almost. Yeah, and also the time of my non-trading hours is nearing. It's about 12 minutes, right? About 12 minutes till 1500 hours, and that's when my break is. So I'm not gonna sit here and watch. I need to go and, I don't know, get something to eat or do something else. So you see, again, it wasn't the fault of the system, it was my fault when I shouldn't have traded at all, or at least I should have waited and done my job properly, right? When all the conditions are right, and not just because I feel like it, or I don't feel much, and I pulled the leg, right? So there is no condition, but I say there is a condition. We need to simply see and look at the facts and just state the facts, and that's all. That's what my system is about. There is a checklist, and you got to do the checklist, right? State the facts. Either it's buy, or it's sell, or it's yes, or I don't know, or I don't know. If I don't know, then I don't know, and that's it. No trade. Anyways, let's see what will happen on the second session. Maybe there will be a trade, maybe not. So my second session is starting at 1800 hours my time, so it'll be 1900 hours broker's time. So we have some time. Okay, so yeah. Well, thanks a lot for this episode. Like, subscribe, join me on Patreon, join me on LinkedIn, find me on Facebook, Dadas Lifestyle Coaching on Facebook. Find me on Forex Factory, Dadas, and also Dadas Trading System. And okay, and what else? Well, yeah, contact me by Skype if you're interested. Well, like you see in the beginning of the video, I'm only charging for my time. In other words, I will coach you, I will tell you what to do, how to set up the system, and the system you're getting really for free. So all you're paying for is for my time, right? And I don't think I'm asking a lot, right? Because that's not the idea. The idea is simply that somebody should pay if they want the knowledge, or they want the system and they want to know how to trade, right? Because that's fair. That's the way business works. Any business works, yeah? And it has nothing to do whether a trader is trading or not trading, or making money toward trading or not, because trading is one business, coaching is another business, and those two businesses cannot be mixed together. Yeah, that's the way it works. Okay, so thank you for the episode, and hopefully see you in the next one.